Hey YouTube, I just wanted to make a video on how to breed mealworms. Here's my setup. So what you're going to want to use for your substrate for your mealworms is I use oats. We could also use wheat brands, wheat flakes, cereals, crushed up cereals, things like that. Your mealworms are going to undergo 3 life cycles, 3 metamorphosis stages. 1, the mealworm, which is the larvae of the darkling beetle. 2, the pupae, which I'll show you. They're also nicknamed aliens. You see those clear things in there, the pupae. This pupae will eventually turn into beetles in about 2 to 3 weeks approximately. And for the pupae, you don't need to put in any substrate or any food, because when they undergo a hibernation process. So what I do for the mealworms is I put in a couple hiding places, such as egg cartons, paper towel rolls, and paper towel, toilet paper rolls, anything that gives them cover because they like to hide a lot. I use Quaker oats. They work good. I also use quick oats. Now, when you get your beetles, they're gonna turn from a red. They're gonna be a whitish red, and that's gonna mean that they're young beetle. But then they're gonna turn to a reddish brownish, and after that, they're gonna reach maturity and turn into black beetles, and that means they're ready to breed and spawn. Now, you're gonna have to put your beetles into a separate container. I've seen some videos that say you don't have to separate them, but I would separate them. I think it's because they would try and eat your mealworms, and they'd eat your babies, definitely. But you have a more likely chance of your babies living if you put them into a different container. And what I've got here is a container like this. I don't know if you can see that, but the mealworm beetle, and they lay their eggs in there and mates. These guys are significantly smaller than superworm beetles, if you've ever seen those or bred those. Significantly. So, and I want to do, in my opinion, I have never done superworms, and I don't think I'm going to do it, because, 1, I've heard superworms bite. Mealworms, these little guys, don't bite. And some people, I've asked some people, and they said that it's harder, so I wouldn't do that. So I just used this 10-gallon tank. I figured just because I put a lot in here, have some babies, they're going to need room to mature and stuff like that. So, figured the more space the better, I guess. I was originally going to put all life forms together, but then I read in some other videos that they don't work, so I decided to feed on that. So I'm not going to do that. In the beetle cage, I just got one of these from Sam's Club, and feed them potatoes. Gotta take these out soon. But don't throw your potatoes away if they don't have mold and they're old. Keep them in there, because you could be throwing away your babies if you take them out. So that's what I do. But if they have mold and they're old, just take them out, because you don't want to run the risk of dust mites and things like that. It'll take about 3 to 4 weeks for the babies to hatch, and even then they're still going to be even then they're going to be like almost invisible. So it's going to take a little bit longer than that, but eventually you'll start seeing like marks in the oatmeal or wheat bran or whatever substrate you have, and then you'll figure out that your babies are alive. And then if they're big enough to transport them into a different container to let them grow up with their own kind. So that's what I would do. I'll update you when I get more beetles, and see you later, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Oh, and feel free to leave comments or questions or anything about my videos. Thank you. See you later, YouTube.